Let's talk a little bit about Raven. Of course, we know he's going to be coming in, and we're going to throw him right into the mix for the world title. Larry Zbyszko had been doing some stuff on camera with AJ Styles, and there's like 3 angles in one show here with Raven. You're going to destroy Raven until Russo saves him, and that whole scene ends with Raven superplexing you through a table. That's a big one. The second angle, though, maybe a little more controversial. Raven is going to confront AJ looking for a title shot, and AJ is going to make reference to Raven having a syringe and implying he's a heroin addict. That leads to a big pull apart. You're going to show back up and clean house, and you're going to leave AJ laying after the stroke and snatch the belt. But the syringe line, the implied heroin reference, talk to me about that.
I wish I could, when I read the notes, I wish I could recall all that, but it's one of those things that my gut tells me Russo and Raven talked about it and said, yeah, let's do it. And AJ, being the great soldier, said, okay. You know, it's one of those things that Raven's character to me was defined walking in the door. And so maybe they thought it was good for character development. I wish I had better recall on this specific night, but I don't.
So we get another big pull apart. It's a tease for a Jarrett Raven title match, but it never happens because this brawl breaks out. AJ is going to be involved. He's even going to give you a stroke on the belt and take the belt with him, and that's how the show ends. So we're getting a lot of mileage out of Raven. I mean, the old school approach would say, hey, maybe we need to take our time with this, but 3 big segments in one big show. Is this because you didn't know how long you had Raven? I mean, at this point, I'm not saying this to be ugly, but it's not like there's a WCW or an ECW to jump to. And if he's fresh off the WWE run, it's not like he's likely to just turn around and go back there. Was this something where you just had a guarantee for a certain number of dates? Or are you trying to see, hey, can we heat this up and get some traction? Or what's the thinking for? I'm not going to say you went so far as to quote unquote hot shot, but it does feel like, man, we're just jumping right into the mix with Raven, and there's a lot of him in the same show.
Well, you go back and look at either a Memphis or even an Attitude Era with Stone Cold or whatever. I don't want to put it on one talent. Raven came in and the vibe felt right, and you've got a hot talent hammer down if they can carry the segments, because you know it's the analogy. Are you going to try to sell 5 matches halfway, or 4 matches a little bit better, or 3? But let's go for one. Let's get one match as hot as we can, or at least head down that route. And Raven could do it, and that's the decision we made, at least for this episode. But yeah, when Raven came in, the momentum on him was not easy to get. I mean, it was easy to get started, and we just kept going with it.